Thanks, Jack. Well, morel hunting, it's what you do in late April, right? So when my kids asked if you actually shoot the mushrooms with a gun or a bow and arrow, I knew I had failed to expose them to a really important tradition of being in Iowa. Part of the problem is, and this is going to be hard for you to believe, I know, I'm a bit of an indoors kind of gal. So I enlisted the help of a good, patient friend to take my 4-year-old daughter, Cora, and me deep into the woods on a rainy morning in search of Iowa's hidden treasures. Springtime in Iowa.
I can hear nature sounds.
It's like a reward for toughing out a long winter.
Follow the trail of dirt. Follow the trail of dirt.
And when you look at the woods through the eyes of a 4-year-old, remember what we're looking for?
Mushrooms.
What do they look like?
Great.
It's a pretty enchanted place, especially when you have a guide who knows exactly where to look.
Did you skip preschool today? Did you? Good work out of you.
BJ Hoffman has hunted these woods near Albion for years. I'm sworn to secrecy on the exact location, but it's land with a history of morels and a lot more.
We used to be able to pick up arrowheads, and we found pottery, all kinds of stuff down here as kids.
Today, though, we are in search of something specific.
So this is kind of a promising sign. If you see other fungus, then it means that there's probably a likelihood that there's other things growing.
Hey, can we get them? Can we get those mushrooms?
Those aren't the ones that we want, so we're gonna leave them.
Oh, we're getting the ones that they look great at.
We walk a little deeper into the woods, brushing through ground cover, peeking around logs, and then we see it.
There's a big snail shell. Look at that big one. Did you see the snails then?
Okay, not a morel, but just around the corner,
Found a little wolf tooth.
again, not what we set out for. But it's not every day you find a jawbone and teeth, so we stop and marvel. We started this day with pretty meager expectations.
Last year was poor. So we haven't had really good years for probably 3 years. And then about 5 years ago, it was ridiculous how amazing the mushrooms were.
So the sight of a pheasantback mushroom is a close second to a morel. Edible, so it goes into the bag, but we still have our eyes on that prize.
Mushrooms! We find mushrooms.
As we walk further off the beaten path, the outside world melts away more and more, and the real treasure tucked into these woods slowly reveals itself.
I'll be honest with you, my son and I, we do a lot of outdoor stuff, and it's more valuable than a classroom most days. I mean, just the fact that you can talk to your kid, there's not many distractions out here.
Eventually, a tired toddler wins out, and we leave without finding a single morel. But we certainly don't leave empty-handed.
I just want a little bit of treasure. I don't want a lot of treasure.
It's a treasure you don't carry in your hand, but one that settles into your heart. It's springtime in Iowa.
I think you guys found a little treasure out there.
Found a lot of treasures, but this is how many morels we found.
Yeah.
A big goose egg. We went out a little bit early. It was, BJ said it was 10 degrees too cool and a few days too early.
Yep.
So
There might be some out there now.
right. The conditions, I've been following the Facebook rooms, the mushroom hunters are out there, and they say the conditions are better now. And this is pretty exciting. A monster of a morel found in Missouri has gone viral.
Check this out, amazing. The mushroom was found by Charlie Ware and his family. The Missouri Department of Conservation showed up to measure this one. 12 inches tall, 4.5 inches in diameter, 13-inch circumference. That's kind of the size of a 2-liter bottle. Right now, Missouri doesn't keep records for morels, but said this one might be the one they start record keeping with.
And they're just cradling it like a baby. It's lovely, isn't it?
It is.
Well, have you at home had any luck finding morels this spring? We'd love to see your pictures and any tips on Twitter and Facebook, and you might see them on air. We'd love to see what treasures you have found so far.